All right, y'all. It's good to see y'all, man. We are back. It's good to see y'all. I know I haven't talked or made a video in like 2 weeks or 1 week, and I know I said I was gonna try to get one out every week. It is a little hard when you don't always have something that I think you guys will find interesting to talk about. But here we are. So hopefully you guys have been doing good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. For me, today is Sunday, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this amazing God-given Sunday. And this story time will be just about like I went to the beach with some friends for like my birthday. And I haven't been to the beach in a while. I usually am a homebody, so on my birthday, like I usually am like, okay, I'm just gonna stay at home and I'm just gonna enjoy another year. Like I'm gonna enjoy this, like I'm just gonna enjoy another year. I'm just gonna use this to take away, like to just take time away from everything that I got going on, right? And it's usually been like that. It's been like that for like it's been like that for a while. And this year I was like, no, I gotta get out of my town. I gotta get out of my city. I gotta go do something. I gotta go do something for my birthday. And thank God I was able to do that. Like I was able to get some money together and make a last minute beach trip. Literally when I was thinking about it, I was like, I can't be here. What can I do for my birthday? Got it. I'm going to the beach. And literally the next day, I like booked some rooms. And my birthday's on a holiday, so it was a little hard to find like a beachside hotel, but I still ended up finding like a place that was like 15 minutes away from the beach, like couple miles away from the beach. So, and it still ended up being really good. Still ended up being really cool. So that's what that'll be about. I'm just gonna briefly tell you guys about, like, I say briefly, but this may be a two-parter depending on how much I yap. But I'm gonna just tell you guys about that, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But since it is Sunday, I do want to start with a verse, and I'm gonna try to do this more. I don't know if I've already told you guys this in a previous video or not, but I am Christian, and though I do, much like all other Christians, I do struggle with being lukewarm. I do struggle in a lot of areas of my life more than just like, just when it comes to putting God first in general, because I am young, and it can be a little hard, especially like it can be a little hard as a young person trying to see towards the bigger picture of eternal salvation when you're still trying to like enjoy your life and make sure you don't mess things up, right? And I feel like no one really talks about this a lot. And I feel like people aren't really vulnerable about it. Not to say that no one talks about it at all, because I'm sure there are people who have talked about it, but I don't think that people are just necessarily vulnerable, or as vulnerable as they would like to be on that subject. So I'm here to tell you guys this. But since it's Sunday, and it's crazy because when we were driving home, me and my buddies were driving home from the beach, there was a little store or something that we passed, and the store didn't even have like the name on it. It might have been like a little church. I don't even know what it was. It was like a little shop, and the shop had John 3:16 on it. So I got that pulled up right now. I got the NIV version, just because for me it's easier to understand. But I got the NIV version of John 3:16. I'm gonna read that to you guys right now. So, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. And just that second verse, right? For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. There is no condemnation for those who are in Jesus Christ. And as long as we are not abusing his grace, and as long as we are trying to work out our salvation, that's really what matters, because we can't do it on our own. If we could do it on our own, Christ would not have needed to make that sacrifice if we could do it on our own. So This story is not going to. I'm not gonna lie. I had some fun at my beach trip, and we'll get into that. It wasn't crazy. Like I didn't do anything crazy, but I did have some fun. So again, like I said earlier, I'm trying to balance it out, and much like every Christian, and if you say this is never not you or have never been you, you're lying. But much like every Christian, I still battle, especially young Christians. You still battle with being lukewarm, and you still battle with trying to determine that silver lining between, okay, what is fun and what is just me, blatantly playing in sin. But I don't want to make this too much about that. I just wanted to share. I do plan to have videos later on down the line of me just talking about God, just to kind of split it up. But we will get into that in some later videos. But I don't want to make this video too much about it. I just want to talk about my birthday trip. So so me and some buddies decided, not even me and some buddies. So it was, my birthday was coming up, and then what made it crazy was that my friend was like, yo, your birthday's next week. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I've literally been working so much, like, cause I've been on orientation. So my schedule, I was in orientation cause I was in a new unit. And so my schedule was like everywhere. And I was literally just like working, sleeping, gym, working. It was like, I was punching in every day. Not even literal work, but I was just punching into my schedule every day just to do that, right? Just to kind of get what I needed to get done, or I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like, it's work, gym, school, because I'm in school as well. It's work, gym, school, everything. And I was just doing all of that day by day to just, I don't know, because it became a schedule. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get my thoughts together. It became a schedule. And so because of that, it became so monotonous. So when my friend was like, yo, your birthday is tomorrow, or not tomorrow, he was like, your birthday is next week. It felt like to me that he was like, your birthday's tomorrow. And so I was like, dang, like, I was like, okay, cool. And then the thought sunk in, like, you need to get out for your birthday. You need to get out for your birthday. You need to do something for your birthday. I'm not a person who takes vacational or personal trips a lot at all, honestly. Like, I do the bare minimum. And when it comes to just, I guess, taking care of my mental space, right? I don't want to say taking care of myself, because that seems dirty. Like that makes me feel like if I say taking care of myself, that means like I don't brush my teeth or whatever. No, I take care of myself physically well. I take care of myself well physically. It's just that mentally, I don't always take those breaks that oftentimes a lot of us need to get away from like our day-to-day lives. We need to take that break of simply just going somewhere different and not being bogged down by what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was like that. Like those last, like before I took the beach trip, that stretch, those little workday stretch that I had, oh my gosh, the last day of work for that week, I was like, I need to get out of here. Like, I was like, oh my, I could not wait to leave. And I'm usually not like that. Like, I'll say that and I'll be joking. I'll be like, oh man, I gotta get out of here. But I'll be joking. But it was one of those days where it was like, I need to get out of here. Like, and I truly believe that if I didn't have anything to look forward to, which was at that point going to the beach while I was at work, I don't know how I was gonna make it through that night. I really don't know how I was gonna make it through. But I jumped ahead a little bit. But yeah, so like that night, I'm like, what do I do? Dang it, I gotta go to the beach. And so I just figured out a beach to go to, found a hotel that was relatively cheap for the short timing and the fact that it was a holiday. So it was a steal, honestly. It was a steal because everything else was like over a band. Everything else was over a band. So the place that I got was literally a steal, and it was rated 9.5. The service was good. The rooms were clean. Like, it was really good. It was a steal. It really was a steal for that short timing that I had, and I think it was the last room too. So thank God for that. Like, it was really a blessing that even worked out the way it did. But yeah, so I reserved the rooms. Then I reserved the rooms. I found two of my friends to go with, because I don't take trips much, and I'm not comfortable enough. Like, some people can just go and do something by themselves. I'm not that comfortable. I wish I could be, but I'm not that comfortable yet. I can't just go out and do something by myself. I kind of would like to have friends with me when it comes to something of that extent, right? I can watch a movie by myself. That's easy. I don't gotta like talk to anybody. I don't gotta be social. I can just go in there, watch the movie, leave. But like, things where I'm planning to be social and planning to get out of my comfort zone and planning to just have fun, like, I need some friends to just help me along with that. And so, yeah, we went there. We got there at around. We left out at 10 a.m. and then we got there at 3. We got there at 3 on the dot. We literally, and that was check-in time. Check-in time was 3. So we literally got there at check-in time, and we just chilled for a little bit in the room, and then we went to the beach. And when I tell you guys that I could have, like, it's been so long since I've seen the beach. Up until this point, it's been so long since I've seen the beach. Since I've smelled ocean water, since my feet have been in the sand, like, it's been so long. And we didn't even wear swimming stuff. We were like, we're just gonna go look at the beach. We're just gonna go look at the beach, and then we're gonna come back and switch into some swimming stuff. Or we're gonna go look at the beach, chill, and then go to the pool, and then we'll go to the beach tomorrow. I was wearing sweatpants. I was wearing like these sweatpants. They were sweatpants. I was wearing like sweatpants, like a shirt, like, just, we didn't come to get in the water. When I tell you guys that when I saw that ocean, like, and this is why God is amazing. This is why life is beautiful. This is why you really got to take time to go places. I never understood the importance. Like, my older coworkers would be like, you gotta go travel, like, you gotta go do something, you gotta go do this. And I'd be like, nah, I'm chilling. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm a homebody, I like to chill, but I'll think about it. I got some places that I want to go, not even taking it seriously, right? I'd be like, I'm chilling. I got some places I want to go, but I'm not really pressed about it, Man, when I tell you, like, when I saw that beach, it all made sense. I think if you guys have ever seen that meme of Danny DeVito, I think that's his name, like the short dude with the glasses who was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's how you know I'm an unk. Unk status. I'm not unk, but I'm unk status. Whatever. But that clip of him where he's like in the movie theater and he's crying and he's like, I get it now. Like, that was me when I saw that beach. Like, when I saw that beach, smelled the ocean water, my feet were in the sand, it was like, kid you not, I could have cried, bro. Like, I kid you not. Like, it was enough to move. When I tell you that, the weight, and my life is difficult, but so is everyone else's, right? But it's like the weight, man, the weight that was removed from my body, bro, when I just saw that ocean. When I looked out into the horizon and saw nothing but water. Because I live in a city, so it's like, when I look out on that horizon and you see nothing but water. And it's like, there are families and stuff there. There's families and stuff there. They're having fun. But it's like all of that noise went silent. And it was like I could only hear the waves. Like, it was like the voice. the best way I can explain it was like the hands of God had wrapped themselves around me, and that was it. Like, and it was just like beauty. It was just admiring the beauty of the world, admiring God's creation, admiring what He did. And dude, like, I could have cried. Like, I wasn't going to, because like I'm there with my friends and I didn't want to be like no sobby moment. But there's nothing wrong with crying, like, especially over something beautiful. It's a privilege to see something beautiful, something so beautiful it makes you cry. Like, that's a privilege. And I'm thankful for the fact that I wanted to cry, you know what I mean? Like, I was literally holding back tears. Like, I was literally holding back tears. And I guess that just went to show like how much I needed that trip, and to just see the beach. And mind you, like, when I saw it, and I told you guys, I'm in sweatpants, like I'm fitted out. I'm in like a full fit. I'm like, nah, I gotta get in the water. I don't care. I gotta get in the water. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I rolled up, and these aren't expensive sweatpants, but they're like, these were North Face. These were some some North Face sweatpants that I bought from the mall. And so they were up there. Like, if you ever shopped at North Face be taxing. They be taxing on their clothes. So like but I didn't care, bro. Like, I rolled up them sweatpants all the way up to like my thighs, and I just ran. Like, I took my socks off, took my shoes off, took my shirt off, and I just ran in the ocean, bro. I was like, nah, I gotta get in the water. I don't care. I gotta get in the water, bro. And it was literally like a breathtaking moment, bro. It was literally a breathtaking moment. We was in the water, we was chilling, playing around for a little bit. And then we literally got out of the water, and we went and bought some swim trunks from like this little place that was like next to the beach. Not a thrift store, but it was like a little, them stores where they sell like souvenir shop. We bought some swim trunks from like the souvenir shop, and we went right back into the beach, bro. And it was a goated experience. Like, it was exactly what I needed. I was like, and like I told you guys, up until this point, I've always been like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I want to go somewhere. Yeah, I want to do this, but I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. I would always say that. I would always be that type of person. Like, I'm chilling, bro. Nah, especially like when you're getting older, it's like you really need to take that time out for yourself. Like, and my brother said it best, where it's like, cause me, I don't have kids. I'm not at the moment, thanks to the grace of God, at the moment, I'm not too troubly financially burdened. So like, I can afford to do things like this. Without having to be like, dang, like, well, how am I gonna make this? And when you have that financial availability to do something like that, that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing. So it was just one of those, I was just overwhelmed with thankfulness. Man, because it's like, we don't deserve anything, bro. I'm religious, and I encourage all of my viewers who watch this who aren't to seek that, you know what I'm saying? Because Christ will change your life. Jesus Christ will change your life. But we really don't deserve this. I'm in America. There's missiles and stuff being fired just on the other side of the globe and stuff. There's so much stuff going on in the world, bro, and we really don't deserve this, bro. And the fact that God could be doing so much at once and still be so good to you, bro, it's crazy. Because I'm the type of person who, like, I've gotten mad at God. I've gotten mad. I've felt disappointed by him not answering certain prayers and putting certain things in my life. And it's like, I truly don't deserve the gifts that he gives me. the blessings that he does for me. Like we truly don't deserve this shit. Excuse my language, we truly don't deserve it. But he is willing. He is willing, bro. He is willing, bro. So yeah. So after that got done, we were like, okay, let's dry off, and let's dry off, take a shower, and let's come back out. And then I'll talk, because we're 20 minutes in. I'm not gonna make this too long, so I'll talk about that in part 2. But thank you guys for tuning in to part 1. Shout out to y'all, bro.